What's up, everybody? I just showed you the selling page of these three fountain pens. Those are all three versions that exist. This is of course the Kaigelu 356 or 356, 356, whatever, fountain pen. Those are by far the best, overall best, considering all aspects: performance, finish, workmanship, price, the overall best fountain pens I have ever encountered. What you get is a fountain pen made out of metal. Barrel, cap. Barrel, cap. Barrel, and cap. The three finishes are beautiful. It's a brushed stainless steel, very classy. You have a black, shiny, glossy lac version, and you have, this is my first version. I got this one on its own. I loved it so much. I bought these two again, and the blue. I have a close-up video on my channel. Check that out for closer looks. A beautiful matte blue finish that seems like it's roughed up, but it's not. All three pens have black dots on the bottom of the barrel, and on the cap they have a black button with a kangaroo on. Yes, they do have arrow clips. Maybe you'll see it better on that one. Like another well-known brand, but come on, who cares? This pen costs $6 US. Free shipping, yes, from a Chinese seller, yes, they are made in China, Shanghai to be exact. And yes, you can even make an offer. You can go to the seller Jewelry Mathematics. Here's a 99.7% positive feedback. I will give you the link in the description box. You can make him an offer, and I think for each pen I paid $5.55 for each pen. Let that sit for a minute. I might even get 3 additional ones just to have around. Keep them in box, fresh, new. Maybe resell them, maybe give them as gifts, probably give them as gifts. What better gift can you think of than a $6 fountain pen that performs like a $40 fountain pen and looks like a $100 fountain pen? Okay, not a $100 fountain pen, but let's say just it performs like a $40, $50 fountain pen and looks like one. Okay? It reminds me a little bit of the Parker IM. I don't have one around. Tried to get my hands on one in gunmetal gray, but they seem to be rather hard to find where I am right now. Whatever. Those pens perform excellent. Those are such great value, and please, I am not affiliated with that eBay shop. Go on eBay. If you like fountain pens, if you have a big collection of expensive fountain pens, a small collection of very vintage and special fountain pens, buy this one. It costs $6, $5.55 if you make him an offer, maybe even lower, a couple of cents. You get this fountain pen, and I'll show you the black one. Has a metal cap, of course, slip-on cap. The inner cap is also very nice. With this one, this is the exception. It can be posted, but it won't stay on there as secure as, let's say, with this. I don't have calipers here, but I think with that finish you get an extra 0.5 millimeter or 1 millimeter even, and it's slightly smoother, so the cap will stay on if you write, no problem. but it's not super secure. If you like it to click in place or really shove it on there, it doesn't work with that one, with that particular one. But that's fine. You can use it uncapped. Uncapped, of course, you can use it uncapped. Jesus. You can use it unposted. It's a decent size. It has a rather long grip section. Let me see, I have some other pens right here, of course. This is a Lamy All-Star. You can see that grip section is of course very long, but it has those shitty grooves in there, which tend to bug me a lot these days. I loved them previously, but now I don't like them so much anymore. What I have here is another Jinhao pen. This is a 163. This one has a very long grip section. Not much longer than the one on the Kaigelu, right? It's round, of course. It is like hourglass shaped a little bit, and it's very pleasant to hold. It's not too skinny. It's just very, very pleasant to hold. The nib is a little bit on the smaller side, but that's okay. Here's the Lamy nib again. And in comparison to a Jinhao pen, which are excessively large, I think this is a number 6 nib. That's it. But this steel nib doesn't have to be big to perform big. This is an insane performance for this size of pen. Well, what am I talking about? This size of pen, this class, I want to say. This price class, this price range. This is such a beautiful pen. You have, with all those pens, a black grip section. They have only one nib, and it's medium, and it's a good Western, juicy, medium, slightly on the broader side if you open up the tines just a micrometer. Even gives you a little bit of line variation. So this is, oh my god, I love those pens so much. It makes no sense, absolutely no sense, carrying 3 pens around that are exactly the same, but in different colors. But I am doing that. It's insane. So you screw off the barrel. You cannot convert this to an eyedropper because it's a metal barrel, as I told you. And you get a Kaigelu converter. Holds a decent amount of ink, just like any other converter. Just filled it up with Pelikan Royal Blue ink. And it gives you a nice saturated line. Let me grab some paper here. I think that's not written on already. So I'm just gonna write with each pen just a little bit. You can post the blue and the brushed stainless steel ones very, very nicely. You can see the overall size. Let's show you that Jinhao X750 again. It's a little bit larger, a little bit thicker. That Lamy All-Star posted, also a little bit larger, but this is not a small pen. What else do I have here? I have a Hero, and this is a 704. I think this compares best to this one. They're about the same size, both brushed stainless steel. This has a very hard nib though. And posted. Also has a long grip section, exactly the same size grip section. This one posts a little bit higher. This is not a small fountain pen. Don't get fooled. Just gonna grab a simple ruler here. Let's do metric today. It's 13.5 centimeters long. The cap is on its widest point, clip not included. 1.3 centimeters wide, and capped it's 15 centimeters long. I'm just gonna start writing with this stainless steel one. Have to do it behind the camera. It gives you just a little bit of feedback, but very pleasantly so. Night gathers and now my watch begins. Oh man. Jesus. That wasn't too good. To the rescue, quickly. Nah, have to throw it in the washing machine. Next up. Night gathers and now my watch begins. You just saw that? No, it won't. Yeah. I will use it unposted. You can see how well that writes. Night gathers, now my watch begins. This one has a just slightly finer line. This is because I haven't worked on the nib yet, but it's a little bit wetter, I want to say. Maybe just a tad wetter and a tad finer, which is weird. Night gathers and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall wear no crowns and win no glory. And that's it for writing. I'm just going to show you a little bit of coloring, the wetness. This is the slightly finer nib. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very wet. This is a little bit broader. Also very, very wet. Just gonna count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that. That's beautiful. And this nib is, I would call it broken in. I've written with this a shit ton. Really a shit ton. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a little bit drier, just a little bit, but for 10 seconds this is still wet. I'm just gonna show you real quick some line variation. This one railroads. I have to screw up the ink a little bit more. If it's really wet, it gives you a little bit more line variation, like this. And it looks so cool, that railroaded line that fills up with ink just half a second after. It looks so cool. And this is a steel nib, and the steel nib has just the kangaroo on it and says Kaigelu below. This one has some very nice line variation. Those are fantastic fountain pens. If I haven't stressed it enough, get those right now, right after this video.